Hi everybody, how is it going? Whenever you get here, go ahead and add a like or a comment and tell us where you're coming from. And I am going to use my computer to see if anybody's having trouble. Hi! If you're here and you just joined us, add a like or a comment and tell us where you are tuning in from. Hello, hello. Hi, Katie. Hi, Deanna. Hi, everybody. Come in, come in. I'm wearing my sequence for you today. Hello. Hey, Megan. Hey, Katie in Florida. Oh, look, 2 people in Florida. Hi, everybody. Hi. Elizabeth and I were just on a call together. Look at all the Florida people. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Leanna. Hi, guys. When you get here, just tell us where you're coming from. I'm so excited to bring you this training today. We are going to have so much fun. Hello, hello. Come in, come in. Hi, Caroline. New York. I'm in New York, too. Where are you in New York? Come in, come in, come on, everybody. Germany. We've got Germany. We've got Finland. We've got Florida. We've got New York, Washington, D.C. Yay. Austin. I'm loving all this Florida. I really kind of want to be in Florida right now. Hi, everybody. Okay, so when you get here, hi, Julie from Paris. Hi, Robin from Massachusetts. We've got a couple of Austin, Texas. We've got like 3 people in Austin right now. Beacon, hiding out at my boyfriend's. Yes, I get that. Yay, we've got several Massachusetts people. I love how like everyone's kind of like gathered in little clusters of states. Yes, I am in New York State. Well, I'm in Brooklyn actually, in Williamsburg. Wow, are there like 4 or 5 Austin people? Yeah, as soon as this is over, I'm coming to Florida, so don't worry about it. We'll all meet up in Naples, Florida and have dinner. Yes, bring some more Finnish people to the party. Absolutely. Okay, when you get here, just tell us where you're coming from. I think people are still arriving, so I just want to give everyone a chance to get settled. Come in, tell us where you're coming from. And unlike most of my trainings, you're not going to need pen and paper today. Yay! Argentina, wow, Maria, that's amazing. How many countries do we have? We have so many different people, so many different places here. I think we have 5 different countries. Yay! Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Alexis. We have 2 people from DC here. Oh, cool. Used to live in California. Where in California did you live? Come in. When you just get here, share where you're coming from. And is everyone on lockdown? Absolutely everyone. If you're just getting here, I am in my New York City apartment. I went on a walk yesterday, but otherwise have not left. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, maybe 1 more minute to make sure everybody is here and situated. Long Island, amazing. I am nearby. Hello. When you get here, just tell us where you're from. Liza, oh my gosh. I'm so happy you're here. Liza's in Santa Cruz, week 4 of lockdown. Wow. Yes, quarantine, yes. Yeah, everybody's at home. Tempe storm cold. Did you tell us where you're from? Katie, yeah, everybody's on lockdown. I am on full lockdown over here. It is week 3 for me. Okay, so Oh, I love you, Liza. I'm so glad you're here. This is such a good party. All right, everyone. So, pardon the noise my sequence makes, but I thought it would be worth it to wear it. Always wear a sequence during a pandemic. Okay, so let's get started. So we're here today, and I see some more people kind of coming in. And if you're just coming in, tell us where you're coming from, where you are. Are you on lockdown? How are you? Are you okay? Check in with us. So what I want to do is start out by talking to you just a little bit about the difference between the adjacent life and the aligned life. So essentially, the adjacent life and the aligned life are completely different, but they seem, when you're on the adjacent life, it almost seems that you're in the aligned life. And some of you may immediately know what I'm talking about when I say that, where you live a life that's just like 2 clicks off from what you're really wanting for yourself and where you're really able to serve. And that's the stakes that we have, is that when we're not living the aligned life, we're actually not fully able to be of service. And that's the purpose of everything, right? We're not going to be able to be happy unless we're able to be of service. So deep down, we know that something's kind of off, right? Even if it looks good on the outside, we know that something's a little bit off when we're living the adjacent life. And one of the first steps in figuring out if you're living an adjacent life is to recognize this and to feel this in your body, because your body knows everything, right? So what I want to do is start out by guiding you through a meditation. So if you would go ahead and close your eyes. And even if you don't know the details yet, I want you to see an aligned life for yourself, a life of your dreams. Something that just feels right all the way around. And again, you don't have to know the details, but I want you to feel in this aligned life where you are living. Just feel it. You don't have to know where that is. And take a deep breath all the way into your belly. And release. Settling your mind into the feeling of this place where you would live in your aligned life. Now feel the feeling of making the amount of money that you want. Imagine that I handed that amount of money to you right now. Any amount of money. And feel the feeling of having that. Feel the feeling of having that money come in every month for the rest of your life. That at any moment you knew you could generate more and more if you needed it, if you wanted it. How does it feel to make that much money? To trust that money to support you? Where does that money come from? What are you doing to generate that money? And again, you don't have to know the details, just feel the feelings. Feel into it. Who are you serving? See who you're serving or feel who you're serving in this aligned life. How many people are you serving? Is it a lot of people? Is it just a few? Imagine you're already doing it. It's already happening. How are you using your voice? What are you creating? How is your creativity being used? And if you can't see it, just feel it. Who are your friends in this aligned life? How do they make you feel when you're around them? Who is your partner? How do they make you feel? And how do you spend your time? Do you travel? Do you spend time with family? Are you able to just relax and not do anything and have your head be clear of noise? You don't have to see it all clearly. And now just take a deep breath all the way into your belly. And feel this entire life is already happening for you. It's already real. It was handed to you. Now, right next to that life is the adjacent life. The adjacent path that you might be experiencing right now. So start with where you are in your life right now, how much you make for a living, what you do for money, how much money you're making, who you're serving, how many people you're serving, how and if you're using your voice, what you're creating, who your friends are, who your partner is, and how you spend your time. And just walk down this adjacent path. It's the path that you thought was going to get you to the aligned life, to those feelings you just felt, but somehow something is off. So feel into your body. How does it feel on this adjacent path? What might you have missed out on? How has this impacted your relationships, your bank account, your ability to serve, your time freedom, your energy, your self-expression. And allow yourself to feel any discomfort that's coming up right now. Take a deep breath all the way into your belly and release. And come back whenever you're ready and share with us a few words about how it felt on the aligned life versus the adjacent life. So what's the difference in the feeling? And just tell us in the comments what that was like for you. The details of the aligned life don't matter. That will come later. And we can actually talk about how I can help you with that. So Caroline, you felt calmer in the aligned life. So did it feel tense in the current life? Yeah, aligned life feeling free in the chest. Ooh, that's great. And you can start there with the feelings. You don't even need to know what it looks like. Megan, aligned life, abundant, free of service, more fulfilled, empowering, mind-blowing. Yes, aligned life is softer. Yes. My aligned life felt open and spacious and joyful, and my adjacent life felt constrictive, and there was a tightness in my chest. Yes. I felt alive in the dream life, less focused in the adjacent life. My heart was so open. Wow. More vibrant. In the aligned life, the light was bright and being in the sun. The adjacent life was like walking through a heavy, wait, I'm just opening this, canopied forest. Wow. Calmer. Nat says calmer. Yay, tell Nat I said hi. Caroline, current life tense, much more anxiety. Elizabeth, energized, light versus heavy, fatigued. Adjacent, perfectionist. Ooh, perfectionist, small, focused on others' opinions. Bingo. Maria, when I closed my eyes and felt my aligned life, a huge smile spread over my face. I felt calm and happy. Incredible. Yeah, so we can like feel the feelings of what that life feels like, right? And somehow we end up taking these paths that we think are going to get us to the aligned life, but they're just like a little bit off. And what I want to do is tell you, some of these signs that we're living an aligned life. And it's really about putting tools in place. Okay, I just want to get these. So adjacent life is just meh. Totally. Adjacent life is noisier. Hi, Wanda. Peaceful in the aligned life. Adjacent life is stunted. Anxiety. Yes, absolutely. So what I want to start by saying is that the aligned life is possible even in quarantine. It's possible even with a pandemic. And I think that we get this story, and it's really the same story that we were probably telling ourselves before the pandemic, and that is that, well, I can't do this because, I can't have this because, or if I kind of like sort of do this thing I want, like we never let ourselves really have the thing we really want, do we? It's always like this kind of, we love to take like the side order, but we deserve, and you deserve, I know the word deserving has its issues, but you are capable of creating the aligned life and owning fully what you desire and having these feelings that you just created for yourself. Yeah, so I'm hearing about the adjacent life is smaller, self-limiting, yes, crowded. Yeah, I'm hearing like the difference between like small and big, like crowded, tight, and free, right? So we can feel this difference. And the only difference that's happening right now is that we're actually being forced into the aligned life. And I think that many of us understand that whatever is happening right now on the planet it's an uprising of consciousness. We're being forced to face whatever it is that we haven't faced and to do some personal house cleaning, right? And to get really clear on where we have maybe sold ourselves short or not allowed ourselves to be fully self-expressed, right? Like it's, and for whatever reason, we have allowed ourselves to not step all the way into whatever it is we desire. But we're in this sacred portal of time right now with this pandemic happening that can allow us to actually lean into it and press that reset button and look at all the things and do that inner work that's actually required for us to live the aligned life. Before we really didn't have that because we were kind of like in that sleepwalking illusion, right? And in the busyness, the tightness, the crowdedness, right? That everybody's talking about, the smallness of that adjacent life. But now we actually have probably, a lot of us are having like too much time, right? Or like, whoa, too much. Yeah. And so now we have to take a look. So there are 6 foundational tools that empower you not only to get clear on the aligned life, but to actually start living it. So I want to share with you these tools. And these are the signs. I'm also within this going to share with you the signs that you are living an adjacent life, right? So you'll recognize these. You probably have already noticed these. And the tools are what we have to master to live the aligned life. And they're very foundational, so you might be a little bit surprised by some of them. And when I share the signs that we're living an adjacent life, I want you to state it in the comments so that we can start to get an idea of okay, everybody's feeling this, right? So the first tool that you need is time. You need to have your relationship with time on lock. You need to master time. And that is the first way that you live an aligned life. So the sign that we're not in alignment with time is that, first of all, you feel like you're the last person on your list. Can anybody relate to that? In your heart that you crave more time and space for yourself, but it just never happens somehow. The day gets past you and once again, you haven't had any time for yourself. Tell me if you relate to that. You use time as a reason for not following your dreams. You use time as a reason for not following your dreams. So for not traveling, not opening up your business, not investing in what you need to get to the next step. It's just always about the time. I don't have time. I don't have time to do that. I want to write that book, but I don't have time. I want to start that business, but I just don't have time. And I don't have time because I have kids. And I don't have, there's always some reason. But if we look back, we could see that even before whatever the reason is we have now today, there was another reason before that. So it's not about the reasons. It's just about our relationship to time. Yes. Devoting yourself to pleasing others before yourself. Yep. Absolutely. So tell me if you relate to anything else. Yes. Okay. Using time as a reason to not follow your dreams. I just don't have time. Okay. So the next foundational tool that you need, and you're going to love this, is money. So and this is a sign that we don't have our money in alignment, right? Whether you have a ton of money in the bank or not, if you're not in alignment, you don't have a grasp on your finances. So you're either not sure how much you're making or where your money is going, or what your financial plans are. So you don't understand maybe and tell me if you relate to this. You don't understand the true source of money. So you think money's out there, something you have to go and get. You use money as a source of safety and security, but that's not where money comes from. That's not where security comes from. And you don't know how to generate income whenever you want. So do you relate to any of that? Not having a grasp on your finances, not sure how much you're making, where the money's going, what your plans are, how to get there. Feel like maybe there's just something in you that makes it impossible to actually earn the amount of money that you want despite your efforts to do otherwise. Yep. Okay, wait, Deanna, I just want to speak to this for a minute, but you have to get clear on what your dreams are first. No. So I'm going to go ahead and give you y'all a little preview into the key here. The reason we don't know what our dreams are sometimes is because we don't have all this other stuff in place that I'm about to tell you about. And when we don't have all this other stuff in place, we constantly cause chaos in our lives. So that we're constantly having to manage our issues with time and money and the other things I'm about to tell you about. And because of that, the dream never rises to the surface, right? Because we're too busy trying to manage our money and time and all the other things. So let's talk about the next tool that empowers you. So the tools empower you to get clear on the aligned life and to start walking it. You don't need to know what the aligned life is. These tools make it clear for you. Make sense? So the next tool is visibility. Visibility. And this is going to be, I'm so curious about how you all react to this. So visibility is, if you're not in alignment with visibility, you hide. You hide on social media. You hide your opinions. You might not wear what you want to wear. You're not wearing sequins in the pandemic. No, I'm just kidding. You're afraid of backlash. You're afraid people won't get you. You both desire, there might be a part of you that both desires fame deeply or knows that you've always been meant to be somebody who's out there, who is seen, who's public, but you're afraid of it. And you're not fully doing it. And you're too embarrassed to put your face out there. Maybe you're telling yourself that it would be selfish to show your face. So with visibility, there is a sense of hiding. Constant hiding. Maybe with social media, you pop out with a big post where you tell your truth and then you pop back down and we don't hear from you for 3 months. And then you pop back up with 5 good posts and then you pop back down, right? And there's something in this. This comes up with a lot of people. It's on the one hand, people see social media as a little bit superficial, but in fact, I see it as a tool for awakening. Because for me, it's a barometer of how visible I'm willing to be. Yes. Okay. Feeling the need to explain yes, I know visibility is such a big one, isn't it? Yeah. Not using it. So not promoting your stuff. Another aspect of, this kind of goes into the next one, but yes, being afraid to be perceived as a narcissist for coming out of hiding. Yep. So there's all this stuff around visibility. And when we hide in visibility, if you guys took my visibility training, then you know that if you're not being visible, your finances are impacted massively. So if you're inconsistent on social media, if you're afraid of being visible, if you think people are going to think you're salesy or whatever, self-promoty or whatever, it's going to be hard for you to hit those financial dreams. But that's not money doesn't come from there, and that's something that we can talk about. Okay, yes. Tears welling up in your eyes. I hear you, my sister. Yes, it's a tiny version of what my aligned life. Yeah, hiding out in my job too. Yes, we hide out. And I think that this is a big piece of visibility. Thank you for reminding me, Liza, because I want to jump in on this. One way that we hide out from visibility is for some of us, not for all people. Some people are very strategic about where they work, but for some people working in an institution is hiding out. So you align with institutions, you align with universities or places where you're going to get that hit of prestige, but you're not actually using your voice and you're not actually putting yourself out there visibly to say what you truly want to say. So you hide in your job. Okay, so the next tool, and the next tool is truth telling. So it's related to visibility. The next tool is truth telling. That's the fourth tool. You feel attacked, Kelly? I love it. Okay, so the fourth tool is truth telling, but I want you to understand the signs and the symptoms that you're not truth telling in your life. You hide your true opinions, including on social media. You people please. including on social media. So you people please throughout everywhere on life, including like, I'm not going to say that thing. I can't post that thing because people will think I'm a bad person, or people will not understand it, or I'm not going to talk about that with my friends and family. People pleasing. You say yes when you mean no. You see that something isn't right and you don't say anything, but you smile and laugh and pretend. And then codependency is part of a sign of not truth-telling. So when we're in codependency, it's showing up in your relationships where you're caretaking other people's emotions constantly. Do you relate to this? This stuff keeps us from understanding and seeing our aligned life. So when you're not in integrity with truth-telling, you allow others to step on your time. You allow others to step on your money. You don't take your creativity seriously. Now, hear me now. You have obsessive thinking and mental drama about how you've just communicated with others. So you go and have a conversation with somebody, and then if you tell the truth, if you actually tell the truth, oh my God, right? Like, are you going to sleep that night? Because how did they feel about my truth? The truth-telling can also show up as posting and then taking it down, which goes into visibility as well. So there's just this, and for some of you, like the throat chakra just doesn't feel cleared out. And it's almost like you watch somebody else tell the truth and you feel relieved, Like you might even be somebody who just loves to watch the truth tellers out there, but you aren't really showing up as one of them, right? And you know that you could tell it. And sometimes you might even feel a little bit jealous of the truth tellers out there and be like, like I thought of that first, or I've thought of that for years, but you're not saying it. Tell me if that makes sense. Yes, reading your mind. Oop, where'd those go? I think every memory in my mind is based on a conversation or event that I played over and over in my mind. Yep, absolutely. So tell me if you relate to all this. If you are here, you are in your soul a truth teller. Because those are the people who come around me. Yes, on all fronts. Yes, love to watch the truth tellers. Yes. Okay, now the fifth tool that you need is creative risk. Creative risk. And the signs that you're living a life adjacent to creative risk are that your creative projects just gather dust. They just gather dust. And your stop and start, no finish. You're like right, the finish line is like right here, and you're like right here, and you run back again and again. What do you run back into? Time issues, money issues, codependency issues, visibility issues, right? So our creative risk depends on us having all those other pieces in order. When we have time, money, visibility, and truth-telling in order, then creative risk comes naturally, right? Because we're not busy trying to manage all that other stuff. Does this make sense? Okay, Megan, deaf obsessing over conversations I've had. Yeah, vulnerable post. Okay, Maria, I'm practicing truth-telling and it feels good, though the after thinking is a thing. It's a thing, yes. Okay, creative risk. So you know, like you might, if you're in the adjacent life of creative risk rather than the aligned life of creative risk, you know that you have these kind of like creative blocks, like you can kind of feel them, but you don't know how to get to the other side of them. You don't know how to get to the other side of them. So, but for some reason, you know that your gifts are meant to be in the world, right? But for some reason, you just keep getting caught in other things. Like, what is it? And it's the other things we just talked about. So for some reason, you just keep getting dragged back down. So you're like, it's like you're heading up to this higher vibrational frequency, and it gets so uncomfortable being up there, being in your light, that you just go back down into time, money, codependency, lack of truth-telling, hiding. Deanna, you're so welcome. Other people's time and desires. Yeah. Oh, somebody else needs something from me. Oh, I'm going to keep like doing this project that I really don't like, or I'm going to keep working this job, even though I know that it's adjacent. Does family karma have something to do here, or am I just trying to justify it with that? You know what? Most of us, a lot of us come from families where people were living aligned lives, and adjacent lives. And that's why you see some people then trying to live out their parents' dreams because their parents were living an adjacent life. And that's why as parents, so I'm a mom, and as parents, I genuinely believe that following on your own dreams in parenthood is one of the greatest gifts that you can give your child. And I think that Carl Jung has a good quote about this. If anybody knows it, feel free to add it here. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the freelance jobs, Megan, absolutely. So taking on all those freelance jobs that take off all your time and energy rather than, so you don't have the time to take that creative risk to create what you really desire. I've been in alignment and gotten to the creative risk and then go back to getting caught. Yes, the scariness of being in your light. Why is it scary? That's the puzzle piece for me. Yep, and that's where the work comes in. Okay, so the sixth and final tool that you need is full self-expression. Full self-expression. And that is in all areas of life. So you are saying what you want to say, earning what you want to earn, more than you even want to earn. You have mastered time. You are telling the truth. You are fully and consistently visible. You're confident. You're free. You're wearing what you want to wear. You're having the sex you want to have. It's all lining up, right? That's full self-expression. And that is the tool that you need. And the way that you know that you're not in alignment with full self-expression is that all that other stuff isn't happening. The creative risk isn't happening. Consistent big money isn't happening. That you don't know even if you wanted to earn a lot of money. And it does not matter what our current state of affairs are, because that is not where money comes from. And that is something I can teach you about. That you can always generate any amount of money that you desire. You can always master time. That is what full expression looks like. You can always be visible. You're free to say whatever you want to say to whomever, as long as it's loving and kind, but also truth, right? Okay. So I want you to ask yourself some questions. And the first question is and I want you to tell us your answers. What do you long to have time for? What do you long to have time for in your life? What do you long to have money for? What would you do with visibility? If you could tell the truth, what would you say? If you could take a creative risk, what would it be? What would your full self-expression feel like? What would it look like? You don't even have to know these things, but maybe some of you do. Maybe something even is starting to come forward for you now. With money, travel. Yeah, a lot of traveling, right? Travel to the most magnificent locations in the world and make art. Wait, I'm just opening this. Yeah, make art to my heart's content. Time and money for doing more exercise and yoga. With money, I would travel. I would create, volunteer, and help other people. Beautiful. I would work less and live more. I am here and I'm important. Yes. bigger living space, work for 2 months in a tropical location during the year. Ooh, I love. Afford healthy organic food in great exercise spaces, helping others live their most fulfilled lives. Amen. Actually try. Yes. I would travel and teach and help people live their best lives. Yes. So incredible. So this is what an aligned life looks like. That's what it looks like. And I want to tell you that today I am launching a program called Full Self-Expression to go into every single area of life that I just talked about. And what we're going to do is spend a full month on each of these 6 tools. So it is a 6-month program. And we're going to be doing both metaphysical work and concrete strategizing and action, so that by the end of this 6-month period, by October, your energy is going to be freed up. You're going to be fully and consistently visible. You're going to get paid to be yourself. That is the work of this Full Self-Expression program. And you're going to actually have the time and space to enjoy it. So how does this sound? And I want to tell you a little bit more about it. So this is going to include monthly calls with experts. So it's going to be a group of 15 people, and there's going to be monthly calls with group experts. There will be accountability calls so that you will be transforming your bank account. You absolutely will be transforming your oh, good. Steph just added a link for you to register or book a call with me to talk about this. You will also have one-on-one calls with me. So you'll have 1 call per month. There's also an up-leveled option where you can have 2 calls per month with me. You're going to have group walkie-talkie and text support. So our whole group is going to be a group of us moving together for 6 months together. And guiding you the entire way. So it is going to be 6 months where you are going to double or triple your income, transform your relationship to time and master it. You are going to be fully and consistently visible, taking those creative risks, clearing out all those codependent behaviors in your life, and start telling the truth, right? And be free about it. Be able to lay your head on the pillow at night and be free. And not be thinking about the conversation you just had, but to know deep down that you told the truth with the words that you truly desired to say. So if you are interested in this, I actually want to tell you a little bit more about it here. And there's that page there that you can click. But essentially, here's like, if you could just imagine 6 months from now, this is like the best thing I've ever offered. I'm so excited about it. If you can imagine doubling or tripling your income, okay, generating money whenever you want. So I'm going to teach you how money really works, because people seem not to know this. I'm going to teach you how to actually do your finances and to have mastered money for the rest of your life. Be visible in your authentic thought leadership, showing up consistently on social media without this post hangover. Speaking your truth in public, free of the fear of how others might react. So you're going to keep doing it without the fear. Setting boundaries around your time, money, creativity, deepening your relationships, which happens when we transform our relationship with codependency and release the codependency and all those fetters. Feeling accomplished each day. So you're going to end the day feeling accomplished, but have time and space and fun in your life. And I even have I have a really fun expert coming for that. You're going to have a magic toolkit. So if anybody has been familiar with the practice that I teach, I have tools to clear away fear, anxiety, anger and resentment, and limiting beliefs. So you will have this magic toolkit that you can use literally for the rest of your life. And you will build a consistent meditation practice that's really going to support you in having this peace of mind. So I will be there for you with both one-on-one calls with me, so I can zero in on you and give you support in your money, time, creative risk, visibility, truth-telling, full self-expression, transformation. The accountability calls, group Voxer support. We're also going to have a surprise retreat in September or October, if in person, if things open up again, and I hope that they do. So if you're interested in this, does anybody have any questions? Throw them down below. So if you're interested in this, here's the deal. If you register today, if you're like, oh yeah, well, you can look and read about it. But that's an interesting question. Is this program expensive? So what I will say is that whatever is stopping you from saying yes to this is probably the same thing that's holding you back from having a transformation in that area, right? So as we talked about, all this stuff, the money is connected to the visibility. The codependency and the truth-telling is connected to the time. It's all related. The self-expression, we have to have all this lined up to have that full self-expression. And so you just want to ask yourself, is this the same? Is it the same mind that's gotten me where I am, telling me that something is holding me back? Does that make sense? But feel free to check it out and feel free to have a call, get on a call with me and we'll just chat about it. So here's what, if you register today, or if you sign up for a call with me today, even though we can't, we wouldn't have the call today, but if you even just sign up for it so that I know you're interested, you will also have a bonus 3-hour visibility, get it done strategizing session. So we'll be meeting in the group of anybody who signs up, who gets this bonus, and we'll meet on Zoom, and we will literally be writing your social media posts together. It'll be a 3-hour session. And so to get that, you would have to either purchase today and basically enroll today, or sign up for a call with me. And we'll take note of anybody who is signing up for a call today, or you have until the 9th actually to sign up for a call, and then we will give you the bonus if you do it by then. And so during that visibility training, you're not only going to create these posts, but you're also going to open the gateway to be able to do this on your own, to be able to be posting consistently. Because for some reason, no matter what area you work in, for so many of the people who I hear from, the posting piece is just so, it's just such a barometer for us, for our ability to use our voices. It's such a barometer for where we are with money and even where we are with time. It's so interesting. It's become this barometer where we can test ourselves, the way that we're posting. Any existing clients of mine, you get that bonus automatically when you sign up. And so if you already work with me, you're going to get that bonus when you sign up, no matter what. So if you're a Portals member or if you're a She Profits member, you automatically get the visibility bonus. You have until April, and anybody else has until April 9th to sign up for either a free call or to enroll. What else did I want to tell you? Let me know if you have questions. And I so appreciate the sweet testimonials coming in. Jennifer says, I'm doing metaphysics of writing with Kassi, and it's unreal what areas of my life are being affected. Yeah, it's so interesting. It's we think we come in for one thing, and it's just so everything else gets worked out. It's so cool. Megan says, I work privately with Kassi. She's changed my life over the last 2 years, and I will 100% be taking this course. Woohoo! So exciting. Okay, so what was I going to tell you? Yeah, so that's the thing. I want you to take a look at the page. It's kassiunderwood.com/full self-expression. And Steph came in and put the link there. And if you go to that page, there's going to be a green button that says book a free chat with Kassi. So if you click that green button and book the chat with me today, that alone qualifies you for the bonus. And also, if you are a Portals member, you get a discount on joining. Whether you do no matter what option you choose, you get a discount. So I'll be sending out an email about that. But you can also DM me or email us, and we'll send you the link or the code for that. Okay, any questions before I go? I hope this was helpful for you. These are the areas of life that you've got to get in check if you want to transform everything and be fully self-expressed and living that aligned life. We've got to get our time, money, visibility, truth-telling, creative risk all in line, and full self-expression is really the outcome of that. So if you want that, please sign up for a free call with me today, and we'll just chat about it and see if this program would be the right fit for you. I'd be so excited to talk to you. There's no obligation. You're welcome to just chat with me, and we can just find out. So I love you guys. Caroline, you're so welcome. Love you. Yes, Liza, love you. Love you, Deanna. You're so welcome, Miriam. You're welcome, Jennifer. Love you. Okay, guys, I'll see you soon. Yes, there is a discount for She Profits members, Robin. Absolutely. I will send you a DM. Leanna, you're so welcome. You're welcome, Megan. Okay, guys, I will see you soon. So She Profits, yeah, sign up for a call. Just sign up for a call. Let's just chat about it. There's like seriously no obligation. I can't wait to chat with you. Mwah.